Right now, could Wisconsin students go back to school starting in the month of August? We'll share why the Department of Public Instruction wants to make that an option for districts. Plus, the community of Rockford continues to mourn after yesterday's deadly stabbing rampage. What city leaders are saying. That's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10. Thanks for staying late with us. While your kids may be on spring break right now, the Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction is already thinking about summer break. Particularly, they're proposing school districts get the flexibility to end it sooner. As Armand Rahman found, it's getting mixed reactions from parents and summer business owners.
Right now, administrative rule in Wisconsin says school has to start on or after September 1st. The Department of Public Instruction can grant exemptions for extraordinary reasons, like major construction projects or a force of nature that causes a school to close. But they want to make those reasons a bit less extraordinary. Ethan and Lucas Kimball are on spring break right now, but with summer break right around the corner, their dad, Lane, believes
I think it's important to not end summer too early.
But the Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction wants to leave that up to schools.
Clear that these school districts and communities want this.
Since 2020, they've seen more school boards request to start before September 1st. Last school year, there were 61 requests, and this year, 101. DPI officials say they want to expand the reasons to grant those requests.
Things like student graduation rates, reading and math proficiency, school attendance, and there is research that shows, just having having students do those different instructional practices and starting earlier will help them perform better.
Some parents, like Kimball, don't see how it would help if the kids are going to have a long Labor Day weekend anyway.
To me, the proficiency argument there is null and void because you've already erased those first 3 or 4 days. Why not just start fresh right away that Tuesday after?
I reached out to other parents about changing the start date. One mother says a shorter summer would help her child with special needs more. Kimball says he does like the idea of giving districts more control.
I think what Oregon does really well here is they put out a survey every year asking parents, hey, what do you think about our upcoming calendar?
But Wisconsin tour industry worries.
It would be a pretty devastating impact.
The president of the Wisconsin Hotel and Lodging Association says August is their busiest month.
The impact would really be felt in our workforce. Many lodging facilities and tourism businesses in general employ high school students and college-age students. That would be leaving earlier.
And for families like the Kimballs, it's important to spend more time with the kids after a summer of camps.
Every parent's like, okay, when is summer vacation gonna end, right? There's that importance of let's have that last family getaway, that last vacation, finish out the summer strong.
The DPI says they received overwhelming public support for allowing the flexibility. After reviewing that, they'll revise the rule and send it to Governor Evers for one last check before the legislature reviews it.
Well, the weekend is just around the corner, but as you start thinking about any plans, you will want to know there is a chance for some showers. Meteorologist Jacob Montesano is on the patio tonight, and he joins us with his first warn forecast. Hi, Jacob.
Hey, Charlotte. Right now, we definitely are seeing cold temperatures, but there really is no wind out here, so it doesn't feel that bad. Now, looking out at the Capitol building and taking a look at our current temperature, we are in the 30s right now, 31 degrees specifically, but we are seeing mostly clear skies and pretty much no wind. Looking across Dane County, Sauk City already in the upper 20s, and a few other parts of our area have dropped into the 20s, and we could possibly see some teens before temperatures start rising tomorrow morning. Our entire area will at least drop into the 20s as it is expected to be another cold night for us. Now, looking at the highs for today, mostly in the 40s, and the average high for Madison is around 50 degrees, so we were below average once again. We've kind of been below average, or at least near to below average over the last few weeks. Now, looking at the window, as I mentioned, very calm at this hour, and it's going to remain calm throughout the night. And it's also going to remain clear with only a few showers to the south of Wisconsin, but for the most part, a lot of the surrounding areas are also dry at this hour. So here's a look at the forecast for tonight. The lows are going to drop into the middle 20s with mostly clear to maybe some partly cloudy skies by the morning. And then for tomorrow, we are going to see sunshine, but we could see some clouds develop late in the day as high temperatures will once again be in the 40s. Now, I'll talk more in detail, or excuse me, this is the high temperature for today. I knew there was something a little off with that, but I'll talk more detail about the chance of rain coming up a little bit later.
We're continuing our coverage from Rockford, Illinois, where 4 people were killed yesterday in stabbing attacks on the city's southeast side. In addition to the 4 who died, authorities say 5 others were injured in that attack. The 4 people killed have been identified tonight as 63-year-old Ramona Schuback, 23-year-old Jacob Schuback, 49-year-old Jay Larson, and 15-year-old Jenna Newcomb. Authorities arrested 22-year-old Christian Soto, a Rockford resident. He's been charged with several counts of murder and attempted murder. At a news conference today, we learned many more details of just how this attack unfolded. In an interview with police last night, Soto said he was at his friend's house to smoke weed. He believes it was laced with another drug, making him paranoid. He told police he then grabbed a knife from the kitchen, which he used to attack and kill 3 victims. Police say Soto then broke into multiple homes. In one of those houses, he's accused of attacking 3 teenage girls with a bat, beating one of them to death.
When you think about these 4, they were doing what we all do, what you should all be doing. It's spring break. You have 3 girls watching a movie? I can't even comprehend that.
5 others were injured in this attack. One person, a bystander who stepped in as Soto was attacking another woman, is still in the hospital tonight in stable condition. The Rockford community came together this afternoon to mourn the victims. Residents, city leaders, and law enforcement officials all spoke about the hurt they're feeling, including the city's police chief.
I'm a Rockfordian born and raised. And such a tragic event does not represent this community. As a leader of the Rockford Police Department, I can tell you we're hurting as well.
Speakers shared the importance of coming together as a community during this difficult time to come out a stronger, more united town. Well, the stabbings yesterday getting the attention of President Biden. This afternoon, he put out a statement reading in part, "Jill and I were horrified to learn of the brutal attack carried out in Rockford last night, which took the lives of 4 people. We are praying for the families of those who lost loved ones and hoping that all those injured make a full recovery." Today, another large coordinated search effort was made for missing 3-year-old Elijah Vu of Manitowoc County. Agencies from across the state conducted a wide-scale search west of the Two Rivers area. Dozens of drone team operators used thermal imaging in an effort to find the missing boy. It's been more than a month now since Elijah was first reported missing. The community has not given up hope to find the toddler. Volunteer search efforts will resume in the morning.
I would say if you have the time, please come, because tomorrow I know they're looking for a lot of volunteers. So if anything, come tomorrow and give it a try and see what goes on.
Currently, Elijah's mother and her boyfriend are in jail, both facing child neglect charges, but no one has been charged with his disappearance. Also new tonight, authorities in Kenosha County say a 25-year-old man died early this morning after his car hit a cow that had escaped its pasture. And the cow was killed too. It happened before 5 a.m. on 31st Street in the town of Brighton. Authorities say as the driver crested a small hill, he hit a cow head-on, killing them both instantly. The crash remains under investigation. Next week, the UW Board of Regents will vote on a 3.75% tuition hike for all campuses, made under the recommendation of System President Jay Rothman. The vote is scheduled for Thursday. If approved, it would be the 2nd straight year of tuition increases after a 10-year freeze. In 2023, tuition went up 4.2% on average. In a statement, Rothman says, "Our universities are facing challenging economic realities, and students and parents should know that we plan to be good financial stewards." Turning now to the collapse of Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge, Maryland's governor says divers in the recovery effort cannot see more than a foot or 2 in front of them in the dark, murky waters and are relying on touch. Natalie Brand reports on how this is now a salvage operation.
We cannot rebuild the bridge until we have cleared the debris. With the salvage operation underway, the Biden administration approved $60 million in emergency funding to help cover the initial costs of removing a massive amount of debris from the site of the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse. That does not include the immense cost of rebuilding the bridge after a large cargo ship crashed and destroyed it in Tuesday's deadly accident.
We need to continue to focus on recovery because it is our obligation to bring a sense of closure to these families.
Divers recovered 2 bodies Wednesday, and 4 other construction workers are presumed dead. The brother of Minor Yasser Swazo Sandoval tells CBS News he wishes he could have stopped his brother from going to work. Co-worker Moises Diaz was scheduled to work overnight Tuesday, but his shift was changed. Every day we give thanks to God for life, he says. NTSB investigators are working aboard the ship to gather evidence and conduct interviews with the 21-person crew. Leaders stress the urgent need to get one of the nation's busiest ports, which directly employs about 8,000 workers, back in business.
When there's no ships here, no cargo, there's no work. So it affects us greatly.
2 massive Navy barges are expected to arrive overnight to help clear the channel so it can eventually reopen to ship traffic. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Baltimore.
Flames erupted over the National Mall in Washington, D.C. early this morning. A propane tank at a concession kiosk near the Lincoln Memorial caught fire. Firefighters quickly put out that fire and cooled down the tank. One man was rushed to the hospital by a medevac helicopter with serious injuries. He is expected to survive. The impeachment trial of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas will head to the Senate on April 10th. Senators will be sworn in as jurors the following day on April 11th, according to a statement from Majority Leader Chuck Schumer's office. Mayorkas was impeached by the House last month by a slight margin, which made him the first cabinet secretary to be impeached in nearly a century and a half. House Speaker Mike Johnson says Mayorkas' handling of the U.S.'s southern border led him to commit high crimes and misdemeanors. The Democratic-led Senate is not likely to convict Mayorkas. More local stories are still ahead on News 3 now. We go inside Land's End brand new flagship store in Middleton. What makes this one stand out from the rest is coming up.
I thought you two were going to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison this afternoon.
No, we couldn't decide what game to play.
That's the great thing about Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. There is a myriad of games with a myriad of themes so you can find your perfect fit. Some machines offer free games, multiple spins, a bonus within a bonus, and multipliers. So many different ways to play means so many different ways to win. Find your perfect game at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum. Spectrum Internet offers speed and reliability, while advanced Wi-Fi gives you best-in-class security for all your connected devices. And Spectrum Mobile delivers unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included. Switch now and get Spectrum Internet for $49.99, plus advanced Wi-Fi and 1 Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line free for 12 months. Start saving today. Visit Spectrum.com, a Spectrum store, or scan to call now.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. Whether you're ready to work in the yard, tackle a project, or enjoy family time, we get you the right products at the right prices. Right now, Rewards members get a free $10 gift card with $100 spent on Estate lawn fertilizer, like Estate Weed and Feed, $34.99. Bags of Miracle Grow potting mix, just $14.99. And all men's and women's Carhartt pocket tees, 2 for $30. We get you outdoors because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
The Honda you want is here. Drive in the moment with the rugged and capable Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot. Find your adventure with great offers now available on the Honda you want. all from the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Welcome to our spring celebration. And Jenna Dewan gets all the sweets.
Is this okay? You heard my pink lemonade craving.
You see that? Plus, the most exciting egg hunt ever.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
There are a lot of people who haven't been heeding the motherly advice about eating all the food on your plate. More than 1 billion meals are wasted worldwide every day. That's as almost 800 million people go hungry across the globe. The conclusion comes from the United Nations Food Waste Index report. Households were responsible for 60% of that waste, with the food service industry on the hook for nearly 30%. And for the average person every year, roughly 174 pounds of food end up in the trash can instead of a stomach. A warning by drivers by AAA. You will likely pay more for gas this spring. AAA says an early spring surge in oil prices was likely caused by Ukraine's targeting Russia's oil infrastructure. But gas prices will now likely resume their usual slow and steady seasonal increase with spring break and summer vacations ahead. Today's nationwide average is $3.53 per gallon. It is slightly cheaper here in Wisconsin at $3.38 per gallon. Land's End is celebrating the opening of its new flagship store in Middleton today. The store will serve as their primary storefront, offering the newest products under the brand's new redesign. An opening ceremony kicked off at 9 o'clock this morning with a ribbon cutting from the company's CEO. But what makes this location different than any others?
Flagship really is, some of our latest and greatest. So new technology, new features in the store, and definitely places where we can test and learn for the customer as well.
Now, if you'd like to visit the Land's End location in Middleton, its business hours are from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Life magazine is getting new life. The legendary periodical is being revived by Bedford Media, which was founded by model Carly Kloss and her husband, investor Josh Kushner. Officials at Bedford say this relaunch will include a print magazine and a strong digital presence. Life magazine debuted in 1883 and was acquired by Time founder Henry Luce a few decades later. Under Luce's leadership, Life magazine often used photographs to help tell stories about the week's news. Life magazine was shuttered in 2000. Film director Christopher Nolan will soon become Sir Christopher Nolan. It comes fresh off his Oscar wins for Oppenheimer, which won several awards, including Best Picture. Nolan also won his first Best Directing Oscar for his work on the biopic. His wife, film producer Emma Thomas, will receive a damehood. That's the female equivalent of a knighthood. Well, time for another check of the first warn forecast ahead of your Friday, which is just minutes away. Here's meteorologist Jacob Montesano. Hi, Jacob.
Hi, Charlotte. Once we get into Friday, at least the afternoon hours for Friday will be a little bit warmer than today. But we are expected to see some showers Friday night, and then we also have another chance of rain as we head towards next week. So here's a look at the forecasted lows for tomorrow morning. We are going to see lows dropping into the middle 20s with mostly clear to partly cloudy skies. So it's going to be another cold morning for us here in southern Wisconsin. And then for the afternoon hours, we'll see the high temperatures into the lower 50s, although we are certainly going to see more cloud cover tomorrow compared to today. We're still not expected to see that rainfall until overnight Friday. So let me take you through the timing on that rainfall. Cloudy skies throughout the day, although there will be some peaks of sunshine. And then as we get closer to around 10 to 11 p.m., we're going to start to see some light showers move into our area. Could get a bit heavy for areas south and east of Madison later in the night, but for the most part, this round of rain will be very brief. Northern counties may not see precipitation until Saturday morning, where we could see another round of rain, possibly even a mixture of some snow way off to the north and central Wisconsin before this system ends. But this round of precipitation won't last very long, and it also won't be very heavy. The second round of precipitation, this round could produce a little bit more rainfall. Now, the rain looks to move into our area early Monday morning and continue throughout much of the day, but the heaviest will still be to the south of Wisconsin around Illinois, and the rain showers may also continue into Monday night, possibly another chance of a mixed precipitation further north, but the far southern portion of the state looks to see all rainfall. Could see some lingering sprinkles into Tuesday morning, but this will mostly occur during the day on Monday. But total precipitation could reach, if not exceed, an inch, especially the further south you go, because this round of rain will be a bit heavier. Now, this is also including the round of rain Friday night, but that round, as I mentioned, won't produce much, maybe only about 1/4 of an inch for areas near the Illinois border. So more rain is in the forecast. And as we look at the temperatures, it is going to be a bit chilly to start next week. We're going to have those highs in the middle 40s. But it is looking like we're going to see those 60s return by the end of the week. So nicer weather is around the corner, but in general, it's going to be a pretty cool first half of next week, especially considering we're going to see some windy conditions. And as I mentioned, we also could see some snow, but this also could be possibly our last chance of snow. I can't say that for sure, as we have seen snow in April before, but there really isn't any chance of snow beyond Tuesday in the 10-day forecast, and especially considering temperatures may rise into the 60s, very unlikely once we get there.
And coming up in sports, the Badgers are on to the Grade 8. How Wisconsin dominated Illinois State is next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
A rookie stunt driver.
Again.
Will prove he's got what it takes in this year's most exciting Nissan sales event. Hurry into the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event.
Get 1.9% financing for 60 months on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
It's only paint. It's only paint that comes in an award-winning twist and pour container. It's only paint that can cover the brightest shade of orange known to mankind in just one coat. It's only paint that will inspire you to write your masterpiece. It's only paint that will help you become TV's hottest writer, where one day you'll meet this guy who starred in that thing. So yeah, it's only paint. Only easy opening, smooth pouring, change your life both professionally and romantically. Paint.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Take advantage of exceptional financing at your local Cub Cadet dealer today. To find the dealer near you, visit CubCadetDealers.com.
Hang on tight, Wisconsin, because fun just got a lot faster. It's Fast Play from the Wisconsin Lottery, an all-new style of lotto games that combine instant wins with the progressive jackpot. Playing is easy at any lottery retailer. Just print, play, and know if you're a winner instantly. The progressive jackpot starts at $10,000 and grows with each ticket sold. The share of the jackpot increases with the price of the ticket. Fast Play is available now, only at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
Why choose between that new deck you've been wanting and that vacation you've been dreaming about? Get both. A deck that outlasts wood 3-to-1 and up to a 7-day vacation on one of the top cruise lines or at one of our hundreds of resorts with no blackout date restrictions. Call now or visit the website for your new deck today.
Get a great deal and do a great deal of good when you shop at Habitat Restore. From furniture and decor to appliances and building materials, we've got everything you need for your next project. Shop our convenient East and West locations today.
We forge steel bars that hold up bridges, propel ships, and send rockets into space.
But for years, China's been lowballing their prices, so it's been tough to compete.
We can't let China steal Wisconsin jobs, so I wrote a law to require American infrastructure projects use American iron and steel.
Tammy Baldwin got President Trump to sign her Made in America bill.
And then she got President Biden to make it permanent.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
Tammy Baldwin has our back.
A rookie stunt driver.
Again.
Will prove he's got what it takes in this year's most exciting Nissan sales event. Hurry into the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event.
Get a low $299 per month lease on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
Almost 13 years ago to the day was the last time the Wisconsin women hosted a game in the WNIT. Their opponent in 2011 was the same as theirs this season, Illinois State. The Redbirds won that meeting. Badgers, though, looking to advance to the Grade 8 this time around. And to no surprise, Ronnie Porter was getting it done in every which way possible. The stop and pop, part of her 13 points. She also had 6 assists and 8 rebounds. That bucket put Bucky up too early. Then later, they work it inside to Sarah Williams. She spins and wins for 2 plus 1. Williams finished with a team-high 18 points, and the rout was on. Then later, it's Sanaya Copeland dialing one up from the nitty-gritty. She was 3 of 4 from deep. Copeland also dropped in 18. Badgers blow out the Redbirds 86-61 and keep their season alive. On the men's side, 2 days after entering the NBA draft while maintaining college eligibility, A.J. Storr has entered the transfer portal. So nothing has changed from Tuesday except that if he decides to stay in college, not going to be playing at Wisconsin next season. And neither will Gus Yalden. The freshman big man also entered the transfer portal, bringing the total to 5 Badgers looking for new homes. Bucks back in action, taking on the Pelicans, and the third quarter belonged to Giannis. Chris Middleton with the alley, and Giannis slams home the oop. He scored 21 straight points for the Bucks in the quarter, but it wouldn't be enough. Milwaukee falls 107-100. It's been quite a turnaround for the Badger men's hockey program. 26 wins, a second-place finish in conference, and a trip back to the NCAA tournament, which for Wisconsin starts tomorrow. UW jogs the puck against Quinnipiac, and Mike Hastings' squad enters confident that they can make a real run to St. Paul because they've been battle-tested night in and night out in the Big Ten.
Probably does prep you pretty good for the national tournament, and we also had a pretty hard non-conference schedule too, so I think it definitely helped us and prepped us for this tournament. But I also think this point of the year, like, you could be any team and you have the right mindset, right effort, right attitude. You can go in and whatever happens, happens. It's hockey. So I think we just gotta stick to that mindset and we'll be just fine.
And only one more sleep until Brewers baseball. Remember, today's opening day against the Mets was postponed until tomorrow at 12:40. And Freddie Peralta will get the nod from Pat Murphy to take the mound as the Brew Crew's opening day starter. We're back after this.
When we tell people it took 138 iterations to refine the Tiguan chassis, they say, oh, cool. But when we tell them it also took our engineers 189 pizzas, 22 birthdays, 4,005 miles commuted through 13 thunderstorms, 16 neglected haircuts, 52 all-nighters, and 19 nightmares about chassis, they usually go, oh, wow. The meticulously refined Tiguan. Hop in. It's a VW. Get 0% APR financing or a $2,000 customer bonus on a new 2024 Tiguan during the Volkswagen 75th anniversary sales event.
2 iconic rock bands, one night of history. The Marshall Tucker Band, Jefferson Starship. Live on Cloud 9 Tour. Saturday, May 25th, Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. All the hits. All the history. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster. For the first time ever, the Marshall Tucker Band, Jefferson Starship, together.
Johnson Financial Group started with an idea that a bank could do more for its community, helping its people make not just a living, but the life they've worked so hard for. That's why with our clients, we don't start with assets or balance sheets. We start with your story, caring about your hopes and dreams for the future, and building a financial plan to help you achieve them the way we've done it for over 50 years. Customer-focused, truly local, and committed to our communities. We are Johnson Financial Group.
Look, I'm not a young guy. That's no secret. But here's the deal. I understand how to get things done for the American people. I led the country through the COVID crisis. Today, we have the strongest economy in the world. I passed a law that lowers prescription drug prices, caps insulin at $35 a month for seniors. For 4 years, Donald Trump tried to pass an infrastructure law, and he failed. I got it done. Now we're rebuilding America. I passed the biggest law in history to combat climate change because our future depends on it. Donald Trump took away the freedom of women to choose. I'm determined to make Roe v. Wade the law of the land again. Donald Trump believes the job of the president is to take care of Donald Trump. I believe the job of the president is to fight for you, the American people, and that's what I'm doing. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Can we do one more take?
Look, I'm very young, energetic, and handsome. What the hell am I doing this for?
Chris Stanford, News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Colbert's got Josh Brolin.
You're my favorite uncool guy.
Tonight on CBS.
A happy birthday to Jimmy the therapy dog. He works with the Las Vegas Metro Police Department and he's turning 2 years old. So the department threw a big party to celebrate, complete with hats, balloons, and that cake. Jimmy has only been with the department for a year, but he's already made hundreds of visits to people all across the Metro, helping people recover from traumatic events or just bringing a smile to everyone he meets. Can't go wrong.
My fiance's already talked about the fact that she's gonna get a cake for our dog's first birthday.
There you go. See, just follow
It's
Jimmy.
totally natural.
It is completely natural. Okay, so let's talk about it. It's almost Friday.
Yes.
So what are we in for tomorrow?
Well, temperatures will be a little bit warmer, but still not, very mild. Not as mild as they will be towards the end of the 10-day forecast. We'll have highs in the lower 50s for the next few days. Good chance of rain, especially overnight Friday. Could last into the morning Saturday, but most of the rain will occur Friday night. Even still, not going to see a ton of precipitation with that system. Could see quite a bit on Monday into Tuesday, as we also could see some snow mixed in as temperatures will be cold enough for that. Possibly our last chance of snow for the year. Can't say that for sure, but definitely within the near future. Obviously, April might have a little surprise in store for us at some point.
It always does. All right, thank you. Thank you for joining us and staying up late with us. Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.